Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you are new, please subscribe, share and like my videos, and if you are already a member of this channel, thank you very much for always tuning in once again. So in this video I'm going to be talking about how to fill the Mastercard forms, and please do not forget to hit the notification button so that if I make any video you will be the first person to get it. I've had some people asking me on how to fill the Mastercard application forms, for 2023 at KNUST. So this video is basically about how to fill the forms and what the do's and the don'ts, of the Mastercard scholarship forms here at KNUST. So before that, the first thing you need to do is to download the application form, because you are going to fill it and post it so that they will receive it and they will go through. So the first thing you need to do is to download their application form. And to do that, you have to go to their website, mcf.knust.edu.gh. So when you open their website, there are a lot of things here that if you would want to read, all the things you need to know about them are here. But we are not interested in that. I just want to show you how to download the application form. So you click here, you see they've written Mastercard Foundation Scholars Program at KNUST is thrilled to announce a 2023 scholarship opportunity for academically talented yet economically disadvantaged youth people in Ghana and Sub-Saharan Africa. So eligible candidates are welcome to apply. So you click on the apply now. So once you click on the apply now, another screen will pop up showing the eligibility. So you read to know whether you are eligible or not. So you have to be a Ghanaian, you have to demonstrate critical economic needs, you have to be a female. It's not necessarily a female, males are parts, but just that they place priority on female. So if you are a male, don't be discouraged, fill it and we will see how God will help you. So these are details of the scholarship, all the things they'll be giving to you and a whole lot. So you come here to the download application form and you click on the download to download the application form. But I have already downloaded it, so I'm not going to download it again. So I will not download it again. I have the forms here. So this is the form for the 2023-2024 academic year. So it starts with some instructions. Students with no result in hand. So if you are yet to write the WASI, you are not eligible to apply. If you are yet to write the WASI, the 2023 WASI, please, you are not eligible to apply. It's those who have written the WASI and have their results at hand. Those are the people that can apply. So, and the second thing is you have to attach a copy of your WASI certificate, or your high school certificate. If you don't have your high school certificate, you can use your result slip. Because I believe most of us do not have a high school certificate, so you can use your WASI result slip. And these are applicants must have credits A1 to C6 in this. So you read these ones and you are going to provide 3 reference letters. You are going to provide 3 reference letters. You will take one from academics, that is the senior high school you went to. You take one from there. You take one from your church. You take another from your community or any relevant person, such as the assemblyman or anybody in high position in the community that you feel you can take a recommendation letter from. So in all, you must have 3 recommendation letters. And the 5th instruction, you must provide evidence of estimated income of parents. So if you have copies of payslips, fine. If you don't have it, it's fine, because not all jobs that our parents do, that we give them payslip. So if you don't have payslip for your parents' job, it's okay. And you must attach your high school transcript. So you must go back to your senior high school and collect your transcript. Yeah. Also, you must attach your birth certificate to it. So if you don't have a birth certificate, please do one as soon as possible. And you complete all the sections in the application. So there are lots of questions that you are going to fill or something like that. You make sure to complete all of them. And international applicants, so if you are not from Ghana and you are applying from any other country, but the country must be an African country, like a sub-Saharan African country, the Gambia, Gabon, Rwanda, those sub-African countries, you are eligible to apply. Okay, so if you're an international applicant, you must have passports for travel. And applicants must apply to KNUST separately for admission. So this scholarship form does not mean that you have automatically applied to KNUST. You must fill this and submit, and also go and buy KNUST application form and fill that one too. Yeah, so this one doesn't mean that you've applied. This one is just scholarship that will be given to you only if you are accepted into KNUST as a KNUST student. So after you fill this one, you must go and buy the KNUST application forms and select your courses that you want and submit it. So when you are done filling this, you go to the post office and you send it to this address: the program manager, Mastercard Foundation Scholars Program at KNUST, number 1 African Link, Impact Building, PMB, KNUST Kumasi, Ghana. Yeah, so this is the address that you are going to post these forms to. Okay, and please note that you do not qualify to apply if you are either presently enrolled in any tertiary institution or have completed one. Yeah, so if you are in a tertiary institution, like if you are in school right now, you are not eligible to apply. It's only those who've written the WASI and they are not in school, or they've not completed school and they have critical economic needs. Yeah. And you have to note that the entire application process is free, and the Mastercard Foundation Scholarship at KNUST does not have any intermediary, so do not pay any money to anybody. It's free. You do not have to pay anything for anybody. Don't let anyone come and promise you that he will help you to get it. It's free. They have their own selection. So just fill the forms and submit it and pray that it works out for you. That is it. Do not pay any money to anybody. It is free. Okay, so let's come to section A of the form. This form is very lengthy. I don't know I'll be able to finish all, but let's see how we get. These ones are basic information about yourself: your surname, your first name, your gender, your nationality, your country of birth, your marital status, if you are single, married, or separated. If you have children, you take yes or no. If you name the number of children you have, your telephone number, your emergency number, your current residence, your permanent residence. And for international applicants, do you have a passport? And for international applicants, it's key that you must have a passport. Yeah. So for persons with disability, so this information will not be used against you. So please, if you have any disability, please just state it. It will not be used against you in any way. You will just be considered even better than the others. So please, if you have any disability, say it. And if you are a displaced person, like are you a displaced person, a certified refugee, internally displaced person? Yeah. So if you are a displaced person, you have to state it. So this is information on your undergraduate admission at KNUST. So have you applied for admission to study at KNUST? Yes or no? So you must apply for admission at KNUST. And right now the application form has been sent out. So if you want the scholarship, you must also apply for application at KNUST, because they will only consider you if and only if you get admission to KNUST. Yes, so that is that. And this session B part is about the schools you've attended since childhood. So this is the primary school, the junior high school, senior high school, whether it's public or private, the date you started, the day you completed, and certificates obtained. So if it's primary, primary, they don't give any form of certificate, so that one you can leave it there. But a junior high school is BEC certificate, so it indicates BEC certificate, and senior high school is WASI certificate. And please, you have not attended any tertiary institution, so please do not write anything for the tertiary. You've not attended any tertiary, because if you've attended tertiary, you are not even eligible to apply in the first place. Okay, so let's go to session C. So the session C is information about your parents or your guardian. So your mother's name, your father's name, their country of residence, their age, their nationality, job title, highest level of education. If alive, check. If they are not alive, you tick. Yeah. So the number of siblings, this refers to the children of either your mother or father or both. So let's say your mom has children with another person, your dad has children with another person. Please include all of them. Yes. So if you have any step children aside, yeah. If your mother has children that are not from your father, or your father has children that are not born with your mother, please include all of them. They are all your siblings. Yeah. So this is session D. So this is family information. Household that refers to the head of the family. So how many people, including yourself, depend on your parents' income. So if you have siblings who also depend on your parents, you take. So it's the head of your household, your biological parents. If it's your mother and your dad, that are the head of your household. You see, some people are living with other people or something like that. So if it's your mother, take yes. If it's your mom and dad, take yes. If it's not your mom and dad, take no. So how many people, including yourself, depend on the income of household for educational costs? So these are information that you have to fill it yourself. Complete the table below for all members of the family and household. So you start your mother, your father, and your siblings and their relations to you. Maybe if you state maybe Mr. Menu, you state the age and the relation, father, the status, what work is your dad doing, you write. Maybe Mrs. Menu, age, you write. Relation to you, mother, status, what work is he doing? Is he a student or what? Then your siblings too, you do same for them. Yeah. So this one is other people in your household. So if there are other people in your house, in the house you live in, you can write their names, their employment details, and their highest level of education. So have you or any of your siblings ever missed a significant part of a school term? If for economic or let's say financial difficulties or anything, your siblings have missed a critical part in their education, like because of financial needs, maybe your sibling were not able to go to school, you write and that's it. You explain and attach evidence. If you have any evidence, you attach it. So this is about the financial details of a parent. So how much money is coming from your mother, your father, from other relatives, from other sources. So if you have other relatives that are supporting your family with some amount, you can state it. If you don't have, it's not necessarily that you have to state it. Yeah. So you then sum up the total monthly income from your mom, your father, from other sources, and if you have any relatives supporting you, state and you state the total income. Yes. And okay, so if you state that there is some amount of money coming from other relatives, here you must come and state the name of the person who is supporting your family aside your mother and your dad. If you have any relative that is supporting you, you state the relation, the amount, and how often. If you don't have any, you don't need to fill anything here. Yeah. And this one is, do you expect any significant change in your family or household income in the coming year? If yes, please explain why. So these ones, it's your own choice. So tell us, to the best of your ability, how much your family or household spend per month. So the money coming from your mom and your dad, you how much are you guys paying for rent, phone bills? Yeah, you split it, and total monthly expenses, you write it there. Okay, how much does your family spend on education of members of your family? So, let's say you have other siblings that are in school. So, how much money is your parents spending on them? So you write, let's say, Sappho John, the name of the school your sibling is attending, the stage, primary, JHS, tertiary, school fees, and other costs, you state it. So if you have 3 siblings, state them and state their level and the school fees your parents are spending on them and all those stuff. Yeah. So are your fees paid by a relative other than your household? So if, like I said earlier, you have a relative supporting you, then yes. If no, no. So we come for, here is for applicants whose education is or was sponsored by others other than their parents or household. So if for your life or your entire life someone has sponsored your education before, you write. If no one has ever sponsored you and you are being catered for by only your parents, you don't need to fill this part. Yes. So have you been on any scholarship before? If you have been on any scholarship, you can state it. If you've not been on any scholarship before, there is no need to fill this part. And here too, we come to, please take the type of accommodation that you and your family occupy. So if you are living in your parents' house, you take. If you are living in your householder's house, you take. If the house you are living in you've rented, you take. If the house you are living in has been rented by your parents, you take. So among these ones, the one that suits you best, you take it. Yeah, the number of bedrooms. So how many bedrooms are you and your family occupying? The number of rooms you and your family occupy, you take. Describe the dwelling place in which you live, including the location wherein. So let's say if you live in Kumasi, so your family and you live in Kumasi, at where? Maybe Edum, Bantima, something like that. Do you have access to electricity? Yes, you take. Social amenities? Yes. So you write where you live in the Ashanti region and in Kumasi. And Kumasi where? At maybe Edum or Bantima or whatever. So here is the type of construction material. So the house that you are living in, is it made of mud? Is it made of brick? Is it made of cement? Is it made of wood or other? So whichever suits you, you take. And the roofing material, the one, is it metal? Is it touch or other, you take. And the toilet facility, are you using the flush or poor flush toilets, the VIP latrine, uncovered pit? So whichever suits you, you take. So do you share toilet facility with other household? If you do, you take. If you, yes, no. Do you have running water in your house? If yes, you take. Do you know how to use the following? So if you know how to use mobile phone, you take. If you know how to use computer, you take. If you know how to use the internet, you take. If you know how to use a car, you take. Okay, so do you and your family have the following? So if you have refrigerator in your house, you take yes. If you don't have, you take no. Likewise, the other. So the ones you have, you take yes. The ones you don't have, you take no. Yeah, so these are all right. So let's come to section H. Section 8H is asking you for leadership, community engagement, and vision. So this scholarship wants you to go back and give back to your community. So write a brief statement, outline your personal and academic goals. As for this one, no one needs to help you. So you yourself, you must know what you want, your personal and academic goals. So if you have any personal, you must have a personal and academic goal. So you write it there. In your own words, what is your understanding of your community? So that one too, you write it there. Describe your involvement and the outcome of one significant community leadership initiative in which you played a role. So let's say in your community, you have helped to you've helped with cleanup exercise. You can describe that one as a community leadership initiative that you took part. Yeah, anything that is significant in your community that you've helped to do or you played a role, you can state it. You can explain it here. So here is a list of current and past leadership positions, extracurricular activities or experience. So let's say when you were in junior high school, maybe you were the compound prefect, you state the date and your responsibilities. Let's say you go to SHS, you were the senior boys prefect or senior girls prefect, you write. And your responsibilities at that time, you write. Or if you were engaged in some football, any extracurricular activities that you did in school, if you have any certificates, you can add it. If you don't have, it's fine, you just state it and you state your responsibilities at that time. So you're almost done. Describe a time where you identified a need in your community and took action. So you live in a community with others. Have you ever identified a need? So what need did you identify? Maybe you identified that there was a lot of outbreak of disease, or you identified that teenage pregnancy was increasing in your community, or you identified that the young boys were abusing drugs, some are using tramol and those stuff. So if there is something like that in your community that you've identified, you state it. And you state how did you address it. Maybe you addressed it by educating them on the effects of, especially let's say if you take teenage pregnancy, you address them on the effects of teenage pregnancy. And you know teenage pregnancy is very common among teenage girls, so you went to the junior high schools to educate the young ones coming up on the effects and consequences of teenage pregnancy on themselves. So that is how you address it. So what difficulties did you encounter? So when you were trying to address this need, what difficulties did you encounter? Maybe you didn't get people to support you, or let's say when you went to the schools to educate them, some children, some of the teenage girls were not willing to avail themselves for you to, educate them on certain things. Yeah. So what was the outcome? At the end of everything, was it successful or not? So you state your outcome. Then, do you see any challenges in your community? If you see any challenges in your community, maybe teenage pregnancy, drug abuse, lack of potable water, poor road system, anything that is a challenge in your community, you can write it there. And here is, what is your vision for your community? So what's vision? What do you think in the future you can help your community with? So if you have any vision for your community, please, you can state it here. Write it in 250 word maximum. Write it here. Okay, so how will achieving a bachelor's degree education at KNUST and participating in the Mastercard Foundation Scholars Program empower you to address the challenges in your community? So if they give this scholarship to you, how will it help you to address the challenges in your community? So you come out with your idea. Why do you even think they should give you the scholarship in the first place, and how will it help you to address the challenges in your community? So you write it, and here in a few words, describe your strength, gifts, areas you consider there is a need for growth. So if you have any gifts or strength, maybe you are disciplined, you are humble, you love engaging in teamwork, you can write it there. And here you declare that all the information you've provided is true and accurate. Please, if you are filling the form, do not go and write something that is not true. Please make sure that everything you are writing is true. So when you are done, you sign and you write the date, and you let either your pastor or your headmaster. So I will suggest to you that when you are going to your senior high school for your transcript, you take this form along and you let your headmaster of academics sign here for you. Yeah. So he will write his name, his status, his signature and date. So I'll suggest that when you're going to school for your transcript, you take this form along and you let him sign here for you, this part. And here you are describing, like I said in my first video, sometimes they come to your house to inspect whether what you said about your housing is true or not. So they'll want you to give a direction to your residents. So you write how they can get to your place. You direct them using words there. And you indicate your post GPS address, Ghana Post, you indicate it here. And this side is to be completed by your parents or your legal guardian. The person must write the name, his occupation, fill these details, and write the income that the person is getting. Yeah. So that is that for it. And yeah, so this part is for your parents, so they must fill this side. And when you get here, it's very important, provide information on your dependents. The dependent means that you see this side is being filled by your parents. So your parents, let's say if your dad is the one failing, now how many people are dependent on your dad? Not you. So how many people are dependent on your dad? You must write their names, their age, and their educational level. That's why they say this place should be filled by your guardian. So how many people are dependent on your dad? And you write it. So if you have receipts for the fees that your parents have been paying for your siblings, you can make a photocopy of the receipt and add it when you are submitting the forms. So this side too to be completed by your second person. So let's say if the first part was filled by your dad, here should be filled by your mom. So when you're done, you let your parents sign here, and that's so. This is basically, you don't have to write anything here. Here is for only official use, so please do not write anything here. So when you are done, you add your birth cert and all the things they require of you, and that is that. So this is basically how to fill the application form for the Mastercard Foundation Scholars Program at KNUST. I wish you all the best of luck, and if you have any question, you can just hit me up in my comment section and I'll reply to you as soon as I can. Please, if you've not subscribed, please do well to subscribe, because I'll be bringing across your way a lot of exciting scholarship opportunities. So please do well to subscribe and hit the notification button so that as soon as I make any video, you will be the first person to get it. Thank you very much for watching this video. Bye.